This will be a video on day one verse and how to get ahead of it before it starts. Okay, so day one we have radar tasks, stamina, hero XP, drone, drone parts, data, and resource tile gathering. Okay, as well as chip chests. Okay, so given the gathering, if you send out 3 squads to gather before the verse starts, you can start with several 100,000 points, at least 3 to 4 boxes worth, right on reset. And the way you do that is when you look at any particular resource tile, okay, if you look, each squad, right, depending on your tech, advancement, like how you've done your tech and all of that, each squad will either have the same or different amounts of gathering time. So what you want to do is try and coordinate as best as you can. So say this one is in 7 hours 48. Let's just call it 8 hours to make my life easy. You would send the march out. Say if that's 8 hours minus 9, that's 1. You would send it out at like 1:02 Eastern time, which is where I am. So that way it'll finish the dig 2 minutes after the reset, and then the points will immediately click in to play. Okay, so that's one thing that you can do. Obviously, with the different levels of tile, it'll have different gathering times, right? You can see that. Obviously, everyone tries to go for the 10, but you know that. Okay. The other thing that you want to do is save all of your radar tasks. I usually start saving my radar tasks Saturday night, and then all through Sunday, I will start saving them. So I have a bunch here ready to pop on reset. And if you look on my top left here, 17 out of 40, right? So this is at the current level of my radar. These are the different stats and such that I've got, and you'll have a different one, maybe better, maybe worse. Who knows? But I can have, so every 6 hours I get 11 new tasks coming in, and I could store 40 of them. Maximum tasks on screen right now is 9, and yada yada. Okay, so there's something really important you have to understand here is that if this, on the top left, if that events stored gets to 4040, your timer, your quantity refresh timer, will actually stop and will not continue doing its refresh rate. You actually have to keep, I would have to keep that at least 1 below max. That is very important. Okay. So you always, say when it gets up there, say if I got 35, and then the next reset is in an hour, and I'm going to get 11 of them, I'm actually going to use up several of the tasks until I get down to 28. That way, when the refresh hits, I will be sitting at 39 out of 40. That way, my radar refresh can continue its counter. The other thing you want to do is, it's actually, the hero day is actually fairly easy to get done without using EXP. So on day 1 of verse, obviously after you use all of your drone data and drone points and all that jazz, you'll see how much is left over. You can use hero XP to fill the gaps. So that's another bit that you should look at and see if it applies for you. And the last bit is opening these skill chip sets. So if you don't know where they are or how to get to them, you'll go to your base, wherever your drone is. You go to your drone, and you go on the bottom right here to combat boost, you can. And then on the top right, you'll see a little thing with a chest. You click on that, and now you've got these chests. When you open these chests on day 1 of Verse, you do get points. I would do all of these things first before using EXP. And then, depending on how much you need, use experience as required. Also, throughout day 1 Verse, what I do is I like to keep at least 2 to 3 squads out on resource tiles to continuously pull resources, which also gives you more Verse points. It's very easy points to get. It's not a lot, but it all adds up, right? Anyways, that's all I can think of for right now. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please let me know.